Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, Tarini.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. What were we doing, Bhavya, yesterday?
Ma'am, we were doing the chapter number 4, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife Resources.
Question answers, or we were still on the reading part?
I'm still on the reading part. Ma'am, but you have said that we will be doing revision today.
Revision? No.
Yes, ma'am.
Revision next week. Next week. Not today.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Angel. How is Angel Anand doing?
Very well.
Not attending regularly your classes? One day off?
I was out, ma'am. I was out of station, so I left 5 to 6
Okay.
days.
Okay. Fine. So you have come back now?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Bhavya, reading part is over and explanation is also over?
No, ma'am. Reading part is still left.
Conservation of forest and conservation of wildlife, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. So quickly we'll finish the reading part and then we'll start with the exercises, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Still they are coming, let them come. Okay, shall we start and let everyone come? Bhavya,
Yes, ma'am.
read.
Okay, ma'am. Conservation of forest. Forests are an important natural resources. They are useful to us in a number of ways. They provide us with timber and a host of other products like lax, resins, gums, medicinal herbs, leaves, honey, etc. Forests help in maintaining the ecological balance by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. They cause rainfall and prevent flood and soil erosion. They also provide natural habitat to various species of wildlife. Increasing population and its ever-growing demand for land has resulted in the depletion of forest cover all over the world. Forested areas are cleared to make way for farms, industries, and towns. Large-scale cutting down of trees is called deforestation. Although forests are renewable resources, they take a long time to regenerate themselves. Therefore, they need to be conserved. Awareness about the importance of forest needs to be spread among people of all communities.
Okay, wait. Thank you, Bhavya. I hope these two paragraphs are clear and understood to all of you. Do I need to explain them?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
But my observation says that many of you don't attend both the classes. You prefer attending your classes only one. We have 2 classes in a week. Only one class you people prefer to attend. This is not done. Try to attend both the classes, no? Like Alishba was not there yesterday. Then Angel Anand, she said that she was out of town. That is why she could not. Tarini was also not there yesterday. Tarini?
I attended the half class, ma'am. Actually, between the class, network was gone.
No, but I didn't see you. I took the screenshot, but your name was not there in the screenshot.
No, ma'am. In the starting of the class, I joined.
No, in the beginning only I took this.
Ma'am.
Good morning, beta. In the beginning only I took the screenshot. But you were not there. It was not showing your name.
Maybe after 2-3 minutes I have left.
हाँ ये हो सकता है. This is quite possible. Okay, fine. Can we have Muskan Chaudhary reading? Page 161. Some important measures of forest conservation.
Yes, ma'am. Some important measures of forest conservation are given here. Reckless deforestation should be checked. The practice of shifting cultivation among tribal people should be stopped as forests are cleared for cultivation. Forest fires, which cause a lot of damage to forests, should be prevented. Unplanned or unauthorized urban growth should be checked. Forested areas should not be converted into farmlands.
Okay, thank you, Beta Muskan. See, coming to the first measure of forest conservation, they are talking about reckless deforestation should be checked. Now, what is this reckless deforestation? Anybody in the class? Angel, would you like to?
I'm cutting forest for farms to build houses.
Yes, what did you say, Krishna?
I'm unnecessary.
Yes. Come.
I'm cutting the trees and not planting them again.
See, reckless for deforestation. Okay, Angel Anand.
Yes, ma'am, the human needs are growing day by day, so like we have to cut plants more often and like not planting them again cause reckless deforestation.
Okay, it is fine. See, as we all know, because of the growing population, the needs of the humans are growing day by day, as very true. And to meet those growing demands, we need to cut the forests, right? Now, reckless cutting should not be there. Like if of course, if the forests are to be cleared, we need to ensure that the forest that we are cutting, there is a due permission, plus we don't cut whole of the thing at one time. We should go slowly for that, right? And if we are cutting down 10 trees, we should ensure that at least 20 or 30 plants we are planting, right? That way, after say 10 or 15 or 20 years, again we'll be having a full-fledged mature tree for our use. And we all know how useful trees are for us, right? Now coming to the second point, that is practice of shifting cultivation among tribal people should be stopped as forests are cleared for cultivation. Anybody in the class who would Okay, Utkarsh, tell beta.
And this means that, ma'am, some tribal groups shift from one, they live in forest, and they actually, ma'am, they are nomads and move from one place to another. And wherever they move, they build their cultivating area by cutting trees. So this needs to be stopped, and they should live in a single area.
Very good. See, shifting cultivation, as we all know, it was a yes, Ayushi. Yes, Ayushi, you were saying something?
No, ma'am.
I thought you raised your hand for something. Okay.
Ma'am, I was checking the camera.
Fine. See, as we all know that shifting cultivation is a practice of cultivation. It is an age-old practice. It is an ancient practice where, small patches of land were cleared for the cultivation purpose. And then after the natural fertility of the land, of the soil was exhausted, then new patch of land was cleared. And this is how it was carried. So this shifting cultivation is considered to be a wrong practice because it degrades the quality of the land. And moreover, it also, clears the forest cover that we have, because it is practiced in the forest areas by the tribal groups. That is why it is not promoted, right? And though many parts of the country now they don't have it, but still those parts of the country where those states where those areas, those villages where tribal groups are still prevalent, there this practice is still on, though not on large scale, but small, but the percentage has decreased, but still people are into shifting cultivation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
This practice is something which needs to be checked, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Now talking about the forest fires. How many of you know about the forest fires? What are these forest fires?
Ma'am, may I tell?
Yes. Oh, wait,
Ma'am,
Utkarsh, wait. Can we have Alishba telling us?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Alishba.
Forest fires are caused by the global warming.
What? Forest?
Forest fires are caused by global warming.
Beta, your voice is not clear.
Ma'am, forest fires are caused by global warming.
By global warming. Okay. Can you name the natural causes of forest fires? Can any
Due to the hot climate.
Ma'am, volcanic eruption.
ma'am, may I tell?
Excessive sunlight.
Lightning.
lightning? Yes.
Ma'am, may I
Yes.
tell?
Lightning is a sorry. Lightning is a natural factor that is responsible for forest fires. Then somebody said what? Angel, what did you say,
Ma'am,
beta?
may I tell? Ma'am, campfire.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, if
volcanic
somebody is
eruption.
Ma'am, excessive sunlight on like dried plants.
Excessive exactly. Excessive sunlight and the dry leaves that are there and the dry branches which are there, when because of when the wind blows and because of excessive heat that is there. So when the trees or the branches, when they touch each other, they tend to release sparks, and these sparks, they turn into forest fires. Can you mention some human factors which are responsible for forest fires?
ma'am, making a campfire around ma'am dry grass, ma'am, which can result in ma'am forest fire.
Yes.
Go to trekking.
See, though, yes, somebody is saying something.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the people who smoke can also
Beta,
go
आपकी आवाज
trekking and they.
Angel,
Now is it coming?
if you could be a little louder, Angel, you were not clear.
Now is it coming?
Now it is coming.
Ma'am, the people who go for trekking, they can also smoke. Like if they smoke, then they leave the cigarettes without any concern or lying on the ground near it, that like a bunch of dried leaves, so that can cause it.
Exactly. See, we as human beings, we are also responsible for these forest fires. When we go to these forest areas, unknowingly, what we do, like some people, those who have those who smoke, or those who simply go for campfires and all, unknowingly, what do? They leave the burning branches or burning fire there on the ground, and because of the wind that blows, the sparks of the burns that are there, the coals, the burning coal material sort of thing that remains, that gets remained over there, that tend to create forest fires, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
both there are natural factors, there are natural factors as well as human factors which are responsible for forest fire. So see, natural factors we cannot do anything, but yes, as human beings, as responsible people, what we can do, aware citizens, what we can do, we can always keep a check, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
We should not allow any kind of burning material inside the forest
Ma'am, may
area.
I tell one?
Yes, Utkarsh.
Ma'am, when we go, ma'am, if people go for trekking, they should not make a campfire around dry grass, that it can burn the whole place or and cause forest fire.
Yes, very good, very good. Fine. Now, unplanned or unauthorized urban growth should be checked. See, there are people, those who tend to cut forest areas or, small trees, and they tend to settle down over there. They are not planned. Government does not give permission for such kind of, development. So whenever and urban development takes place, there is a proper plan that the government undertakes and ensures that the concerned authorities are taking proper care of planning them, right? People themselves cannot decide to cut down the forest and ensure a settlement over there. So this thing, of course, should be checked. Next, for the demand of the farmlands, for the cultivation purposes, we should not cut down the forest areas, right? This is also becoming a practice. The agricultural lands are converted into settlements and the forest areas are converted into cultivable land. So this practice should not be there, right?
Okay, ma'am.
I hope all these points are clear and understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And see, talking about the present scenario, we all know that global warming, we are facing a lot of global warming. The percentage of forest cover has decreased a lot. So the trapping of the carbon dioxide is more in the atmosphere than the oxygen. So to ensure, proper breathing, proper survival, we need to plant more and more of trees. That is why, every now and then there are, programs which keep you updated with the kind of, ill effects of the global warming. Now, how we can reduce this global warming? By planting more and more of trees so that less of carbon dioxide is trapped inside the atmosphere, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we have Aditya reading next? Page 162.
Okay, ma'am. The most important measure is to plant more trees. Large scale afforestation programs should be taken up by government and other local agencies. In India, One Mahotsav is a good example. Conservation of wildlife.
Wait.
The
What is this?
never-ending human.
Wait, Aditya. What is this One Mahotsav? If anybody could tell.
Ma'am, it's a festival of planting trees. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, may
Where? Yes, tell.
Ma'am, One Mahotsav is a 1-week festival in which everyone in India plant trees. Not only India, but some other 4 places. And they avoid cutting of trees and they conserve it.
Yes. What else do they do?
Ma'am, it is celebrated from 1 July to 7 July.
Yes. From 1st to 7th of July, 1 week, the first week of July, whole of the week we celebrate this One Mahotsav. And during this One Mahotsav, there are several programs launched by the government, by the people, by the locals to spread awareness among the people, telling them about the importance of having trees around us, right? And encouraging people to plant more and more of trees. I hope this is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know who initiated this One Mahotsav?
I'm Narendra Modi.
Huh?
No, I'm guessing just.
Huh? Yes, anybody in the class?
Ma'am, I heard it somewhere. Ma'am, it's
Ma'am,
not.
KM
It's not.
Ma'am, KM Munshi.
Who is this?
Munshi.
Have you heard of Chipko movement?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Sundarlal Bahuguna.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Sundarlal Bahuguna.
Sundarlal.
Yes. Now, what did he do? What did Sundarlal Bahuguna did? Under this
Ma'am, they
Chipko
hug the
movement?
tree.
Hmm?
Ma'am,
They
we
will
have
hug
to-
the
That
trees
nobody can
when
cut that.
Yes. See, when people were, recklessly cutting the forest areas just to save the forests, Sundarlal Bahuguna, he initiated this, on his own. He initiated this movement, the Chipko movement, where he told people to hug the trees whenever someone comes to cut them, and not allow people to cut these trees. Because, and he also, tried to spread awareness among people that why these trees are important to us, why, if we are cutting them, what are the disadvantages that we are going to, what problems we are going to face after cutting the trees. So under this Chipko movement, and this movement, it spread it throughout the country, because people felt that it was a very good initiative that was taken by him, right? Right, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Aditya, you can continue, beta.
Okay, ma'am. Conservation of wildlife. The never-ending human greed for skin, fur, ivory, horns, and other animal
It
products
is
has
ivory.
led
Aditya, it is ivory.
ivory, horns, and other animal products has led to reckless hunting of animals in many parts of the world. A number of species have been endangered and some have already become extinct. Large-scale deforestation have robbed the wildlife of their natural habitat. This has also led to dwindling in their numbers. Therefore, the need of the hour is to conserve our wildlife resource. The indiscriminate hunting of animals has to be checked and law must be enforced to prevent it. Many national parks, protected forests, wildlife sanctuaries, and biospheres reserves have been set up all over the world to preserve our wildlife in their natural habitat.
Okay. Can we have Ved Agarwal explaining this conservation of wildlife? Ved, are you there?
Okay, ma'am. Yes,
Hmm.
ma'am. Ma'am, it is, ma'am, in the first paragraph, it is saying that, ma'am, the never-ending human greed, ma'am, because of our greediness, we are killing animals for skin, for ivory, so that we can use them in our clothes and other things and other natural animal products.
Yes.
In this, we are hunting animals in different parts of the world, which is making them extinct and making them endangered. Large scale.
Very good. Very good.
And
Okay.
ma'am,
Can you tell?
deforestation.
Wait. Yashraj, are you there? Yashraj, are you there? Anushka, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Beta, can you tell what is ivory used for?
Ma'am, can it be used to make chess, like the chessboard or related to that?
Okay, what else? What else? Anushka? Yes.
Ma'am, we can make showpiece and jewelry later with that.
Ma'am, ivory is used for making handbags.
Ma'am, jewelry.
It is used for
for
making
electrical
ornaments.
appliances.
Piece of
Ma'am,
piano.
ma'am, it is used for making medicine.
Ma'am,
Medicines also, ornaments also, right?
Ma'am, electrical
Yes.
appliances.
Ivory,
Ma'am, they are also used as weapons, and ma'am, they are illegally transported to other countries.
yes. But ivory is actually used for making ornaments for the ladies, right? Right?
Especially in Rajasthan.
Yes. Not exactly in Rajasthan. It's in South. Because in
Ma'am, I said
yes, Ayushi, what did you say?
Nothing, ma'am.
Fine. Okay. Alishba,
Yes, ma'am.
can you explain the second point, second paragraph?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain the second paragraph that is given for the conservation of wildlife?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Alishba. Okay, fine. I think now this conservation of forest and wildlife is all clear and understood to all of you. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
fine. Let us let us do the exercises. Okay. So shall we start, or you want 2 or 3 minutes to find the answers?
Start, ma'am.
We start.
Okay, ma'am.
Shall we start, beta?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, fine. Let us have Angel Anand reading the first answer.
Yes, ma'am. The grasslands of the Brazilian highlands are also known as campos.
Okay, option B, campos. Second one, can we have Bhavya answering?
Yes, ma'am. Patagonia is a cold desert.
Patagonia is a cold desert. Option C. Very good. Can we have Aditya telling the third answer?
Yes, ma'am. Which of the following trees not found in temperate deciduous forest? A. Rosewood.
It is A.
Ma'am, the second question, it can be Atacama Desert as well.
No, Atacama is a hot desert.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
It
it is
is
the
the
hottest
driest
desert.
place.
Huh?
It is dry, but it is not the
But
coldest.
it is not a cold desert, but it is a hot desert. Angel, it is a hot desert. They are talking about the cold desert.
And that's why, that's why only it's a dry.
Huh.
It's a dry desert.
Sahara, Namib, and Atacama, these are all hot deserts. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Alishba, fourth one.
Fruit trees are found in the forest. Option A, Mediterranean.
No, fourth one I said, beta.
Marsupials are found in Australia. Option B.
Marsupials are found in
Australia.
Australia. Option D. Very good. Tarini, fifth one.
Citrus fruit trees are found in the dash forests, Mediterranean.
Okay. Option A, Mediterranean forest. Match the following. Can we have Ridhima doing it?
Ma'am, I'm finding them.
Okay. Angel? Only Angel.
Ma'am, I'm also finding it.
Okay, take 2 minutes to do that.
Ma'am, can I tell? I have found the answer.
Yes, Ayushi, tell.
Ma'am, first one, Jaguar. It's option number C, Brazil.
Very good. Ostrich.
Second, ostrich. It's option number E, Botswana. C, bison. It's option number B, USA. Fourth, wolf. Option number A, Russia. 5, wallaby. It's option number D, Australia.
Nahi, beta, it is wrong.
Ma'am, ostrich are found in Australia.
Yes, ostriches are found in Australia. Option D should be there for second.
Ma'am, and wallaby are found in Botswana.
Yes,
What?
ma'am, and wallaby are found in Botswana.
Botswana, exactly. See, the answer is jaguar, Brazil, ostrich, Australia, bison, USA, wolf, Russia, and wallaby, Botswana. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Next. Next. True, false. Who is going to tell?
Ma'am, can I?
May I?
Yes, Ansh.
First, plants and animals cannot adapt themselves to their habitat. False. They can adapt themselves. Second, coniferous trees yield softwood. True. Third,
Very good.
trees in the temperate deciduous forest shed their leaves in the summer season. False. They shed their leaves in dry season.
In autumn season, autumn. You specify
Yes,
that
ma'am.
autumn.
Fourth, fur-bearing animals are found in taiga and tundra region. False. They are only found in tundra region.
No, beta, it is true. In both the regions, they are found.
Okay, ma'am.
Tundra and
Fifth,
taiga.
xerophytic vegetation is found in the hot deserts.
True or
True.
false? It is true. See, 3 are true and 2 are false. First one and the third one is false. Rest all are true. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can we have Alishba telling the blanks? Alishba, can you hear me?
Ma'am, I'm finding them.
Okay. Can we have Bhavya telling the answers?
Yes, ma'am. I have found some.
First one.
It's a region with naturally occurring flora and fauna that have adapted themselves to their environment forms a biome.
Very good. Second.
And the main species of coniferous forest trees are pines, firs, spruce, and cedar.
Very good. It is first is biome, second is coniferous. Very good. Third one.
And the temperate grassland of Africa are called wild.
No, beta, it is savanna. Whales are in
Okay, ma'am.
savanna. Africa, it is called as savanna. Fourth one. Can we have?
Rhea is a flightless bird
It is
of South
also, ma'am,
America.
it is called wild.
Beta,
Ma'am, it is called
बेटा वो पूछ रहा है टेम्परेट ग्रासलैंड्स में अफ्रीका की साउथ अफ्रीका में वेल्स होते हैं
Savanna is for tropical.
यस सॉरी टेम्परेट
will be
नो
Ma'am, but savanna is in tropical grassland.
Yes, ma'am. Savanna is a tropical grassland.
It should be wild.
बट साउथ अफ्रीका दे हैव नॉट गिवन दे हैव ओनली गिवन अफ्रीका बेटा ये भी तो चीज है ना
Not
Ma'am,
but
so
it
we
will be
will
the
take like
tropical
this, South
grassland.
Africa is in Africa.
we'll write whales right because they are talking about the temperate no so let us write whales fine chalo next flightless bird of South America.
Ma'am, Rhea.
Ma'am, Rhea.
Ma'am, Reha.
Yeah.
It is Rhea.
Yeah.
RHEA. Very good.
Ma'am, what is the third answer?
Third answer is whales. Fifth one, seals and walruses are found in the seas of the dash region.
Tundra region.
Tundra region.
It is tundra region. Very good. Okay, can we have Tarini telling all the answers of the blanks again?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I don't know the first one.
Okay. First one is biome, B-I-O-M-E, biome.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you tell me the spelling of the third answer?
Third is V-E-L-D-S, Wales.
Okay, ma'am.
बताओ Tarini?
Ma'am.
Hmm.
First, biome. Second, coniferous trees. Third, wells. Fourth, rihas. Fifth, tundra region.
ठीक है. Biome, coniferous, Wales, Rhea and tundra region. Very good.
Tundra.
Fine. We are left with just 3 minutes, and I think first E part we can do quickly. Yes, or shall we do it in the next class? Wait, first answer F part, E part.
Okay, ma'am. What do you mean by natural vegetation? The natural vegetation of an area means the plants that grow naturally in that area.
This answer you will get from page 156. Natural vegetation, first 3 lines. Got it? Got it, everyone? Next one. Who will tell?
May I?
Yes, beta.
May I?
Yes.
Tropical grassland forests are found in equatorial region like Amazon and Orinoco Basin in South America, Congo Basin in Africa, Southeast Asian countries.
Where are tropical evergreen forests found? Page?
Ma'am, it is on 159.
159.
159 coniferous. Sorry, tropical evergreen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Only the areas you have to write. Very good. Next is? Why is lumbering an important occupation in the coniferous forests? Yes.
Can I?
Yes, Bhavya.
Ma'am, coniferous forests have tall evergreen trees with a valuable softwood and they are ideal for lumbering. Or ma'am, we can take from page number 159, coniferous forest, also called taiga, and its characteristic.
We can simply write it from the recapitulation. 7th point, coniferous trees have tall evergreen trees with valuable softwood. They are ideal for lumbering. As simple as that. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then distinguish between evergreen and deciduous forests. On page 160, we have this tropical grasslands and temperate grasslands, right?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, tropical, evergreen and deciduous, no?
Ma'am, they are asking for evergreen and deciduous forest.
So we can write it from page
157.
157. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
157.
Yes, ma'am.
You have 2 headings given over there from these 2 headings. Okay. We'll discuss it later on because anytime the meeting is going to end. Right, children? All the best for your preparations. 15th, you are starting with your test. Next week in the class, we'll be revising. Fine?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Till then,
Thank you, ma'am.
have a good time. All the best for your preparations. God bless you all.